5 I get. Because of the cutoffs we had with the NBN in the last one. And so it's just finishing off the buying, selling, land, home, business, etc., the Feng Shui side of it and the destiny side of it. So I already explained in the first one, a home must have a backing, so we call that the mountain, and it must have a river, which is the road. Okay, the back of your home can also be another home. It can be trees. It can be, in Australia, we have 6-foot fences. We have, it's like block, 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 block. So we have that. With Feng Shui, it is an ancient knowledge. It's a resource. So what are we doing with this resource? We're making it work for us. It's for our well-being and for our fortune, which is our luck in that way. Every 20 years, a cycle comes in, and that cycle then tells us exactly what is this 20 years about. So the cycle we are in is 2004 to 2024. Now we need to know the cycle of when this house was built. So this house is built, let's just pretend this house was built in 1983 and you moved in 1983. So it's an age of pre-1984. But if this house was built in 83 and you did not move in till mid-84, then the house begins its energy with 84 onwards. Okay, and this is why this is very, very important. Hi, Megan. So when you are selling your home or when you are getting it there to sell, you need to tell your representative, your broker, whoever it is, what you want. Because there are rules for a dwelling, and unfortunately, a lot of consultants, not real consultants, are using the rules for a grave as the rules for a dwelling. Okay, they are not the same. They are different rules. No one actually practices traditional Feng Shui, so no one really puts you in front of the mountain as in a mountain and has you on a slope. Nobody actually does that. And no one buries your ancestors that way either. So we do the next best thing. We put our fences, we put, the graves facing a certain way, etc. But traditional and the classic, no one actually does it. Don't get sucked into that. It does not exist today. We have taken that and used it to here. We didn't change anything, but it is not, the light side of the mountain, the dark side of the mountain. We don't do that, but you know it, you understand it. So what we're looking for is a happy resting place. Happy resting place equals happy home. Okay, it's like happy mummy, happy home. Now, when you are doing that, what ends up happening is we as consultants harness the good energy. So how we do that is we come out with a compass. Now, I'm just going to show one type of compass. Now, what we do start off with is we start off with this. This is not the Bagua that you know as the Bagua. This is not relationship. This is not your work. This is not your whatever. Okay. What you are reading it as that way, if you are reading it that way, that is for the house of Yin house, which is the house of the dead. We are the house of the living. So in this box, the 9x9 magic square, from this magic square, I can tell you where you argue. I can tell you where your fertility is. I can tell you where your affairs are. I can tell you where your good relationships are and all of that. So that's what we do. Okay. Most people are scared to call me because I move them out of their room. Not everyone, just when you have to. So be it. Anyway, this is the square. Now, as you can see, I've color-coded the dots. So when we are doing this, we have the center. The center is the age of the house, and that helps us fly our numbers. So if you watch this, this is how we fly our numbers. That's the DNA helix. And that was discovered in the 1950s. But this is thousands and thousands of years old. So we waited till 1952 for a molecular biologist to discover that. Okay, so your home has DNA, your destiny has your DNA, etc. You can't escape the DNA. So each of these squares then has 5 numbers. Okay, we as consultants know what these numbers are telling us. So we first start off with a square. The house sits there, the house faces there. How do we find out about this? We come out with a compass. If someone comes out and doesn't use a compass and do the home properly, go and get your money back. I'm telling you, go and get your money back. Okay. So with the compass, if you have a look at this compass, it is not just, let's go this way. It is not just north 1, north 2, or north 3. Okay. It is all of these. Every direction has 1, 2, and 3. We call these 24 mountains. So no 2 homes are the same. We then, this is how we get all our numbers, and we fly the numbers, as in the flying star. Now, you've all gone into a home, and you've gone into a home that felt amazing, and you felt comfortable, or you've gone into a home and you could not wait to get out. So you're feeling that. Can't see it, but you feel it. Okay, so this is the part you don't feel, you don't see, but you may feel it. So then what we do with this is we superimpose it onto your home. Now this is just an example. I haven't put a direction on this because I know if I put a direction, you're all going to email me or text me or say, you said this, my home faces that. Do I have money there? No, no 2 homes are the same. Remember that. So for this home, here's the source of energy. You've got to open this door at least once a day because that's what feeds this home. Okay? Whether you use it or not, it doesn't matter. You've got to open it to get the energy, the chi, into this home. It's the mouth of chi. So this is what we do. Why are we doing them as pie shapes? Because when you look at a compass, it goes out, okay? It goes out, and it's each direction as north 1, north 2, north 3 is 15 degrees, 15 degrees, 15 degrees, which gives you 45 degrees. Ta-da! Impressed? Okay, so let's say you're going to sell this house, and most people will call me after, a couple of years, they haven't sold the house, so they'll call me then. But now people are learning, before you sell your home, we do this. And what we do then is we find out from this, where is your money, and we activate it. We activate it with something as simple as a clock, okay? A water feature if you like, a fish tank if you like. TVs activate an area. You can't leave your TV on 24 hours. When you turn it off, and your water feature, when you turn them off, that is no longer active. If there's a negative in this area, let's say, here's the money at the front door, and here is a negative energy if the area is quiet, then you've stuffed yourself up. Okay, 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Oh, that's a song. Anyway, so we find out where your luck is, and that's where we put your head. Head only. Don't worry about the rest of your body. As long as your head is in luck, you will get what you want. That's it. If you are in ill health, I've had a few people who are sleeping in a negative energy. They're not feeling well. They're not good by, any measure you put it. They can't see what it is. The doctors can't see what it is. And so we move them to another energy that will take care of them, a luck energy. Then they find out what is wrong, okay? And that's what basically happens. Sometimes not to the good news side of it as what's wrong, but at least now you know what's wrong. I don't want to focus on that because I've got a lot of people at the moment that are in that state. Now, Lou asked me, carpet changed, walls painted. Does that get rid of the energy? It can, yes, of course, because that carpet that held the energy is now out and that wall is now painted. It's like it's being cleansed. Sage, frankincense, it won't hurt you. Same thing, okay? Predecessor energy is in this house to do with it. So if these people divorced and you go back and sleep in that same room, that is the same energy. So if you've done that, change to another wall and see. You'll know anyway. If you wake up as tired as you fell asleep, then it's no good. Okay. So what we are doing is we're harnessing the good energy. We remedy the negative energy. Okay, we're draining it basically with the 5 elements. And then we are looking at it as the whole house. Okay. Really, we need to put the parents in a good energy because they're the breadwinners, etc. What a lot of people I have found tend to do is they'll put one of the children in the best energy and then they stay in the negative energy. Okay, that's your choice. But you've paid me good money to come out and do this. You really wasted your money. Okay, not my time. I've done my job. Okay, so let's say you find the house you want. Now you want to find the man you want. Okay, it's a little bit complicated, not too much. So one of these rooms will have the good energy. I've had people where I've had to, for them to get out of the house they're in, they've actually had to sleep in the dining area, etc. And they're good sports because to them it's like, I can just roll over to the pantry that way, or I can roll over to the fridge that way, until they sell the house. So it's just a blow-up mattress. The room still stays the same, etc. People do what they need to do. It's up to you. It's always up to you. It's your choice. So what we look for as consultants is we've done the chart on the house and we see what is at the front door because that's where everyone's going to come through. I have had some times where the front door has not been the best energy and we've remedied high level. So then the garage on this side of the house has the money, and that's where the agent goes. That's where he makes all the bits, where all the bids happen, where it's unexpected money. I call it disgusting money, but yeah, because that's actually what happens. Anyway, so that's for your home. Then for you, when I'm going to help you with your home, to sell your home, etc., I look at your destiny. And I see, do you need to wear anything for that month that your house is available for people? Is it also your money energy? If not, and we can work on an hour that's your money, then we do that, okay? I don't know how many of you watched last time when Anna came in and I was on the phone telling the agent off and she said, no, I'm not selling it. It passed through 20 minutes later when the hour turned, which is when they should have done the auction. They started an hour early. A woman came and gave her what she wanted. So we worked on that, okay, and that's what we do. No hocus pocus. This is how we do. I have a few times, not many times, where an agent has had a really bad day and then he's coming to do my client's home. And they will say to me, he's actually had a bad day. Every home he's done today has been passed in. So he's not looking happy here. So I then ask for his birthday and then I just send this agent and it works. Hi, Jen. That's it. So it's your home, your destiny, and your agent or your rep has a lot to do with it. If he's having a bad month or he's in challenge or clash or whatever, it's going to pass down to you. Okay. So again, these are the things you've got to look at. Feng Shui has a set of guidelines. They're very easy guidelines, whether you're selling, buying, or setting up, whatever it is. You need to first know the age of your house so we as consultants can fly the numbers the same way the DNA helix flies, and we find out what's happening in this 20-year cycle. I'll give you an explanation. In 2004, my phone did not stop because when February the 4th came in, the energy that was, which ran out on February the 4th, was no longer prosperous. So pre that, people were activating this energy for everything. And all of a sudden, I didn't warn people. So today, I've learned from that. So now, the energy changes in 2024. And I am warning people now that you have around 5 years to get out of this house if it's not a good house. But there's some beautiful homes that actually get better in 2024. So we take care of the person in there and put them in the best energy we can and let them know that this house gets better with time. If it does not get better with time, I'm not going to flower it for you. I will tell you it does not get better with time. Okay. So it's all like that. Find the house you want, find the man you want. The other thing is that you are being told, or I'm being told by a lot of my clients, that we've got to buy now because prices are at their low now. The market is crashing, this. That's a lot of crap. The year is Earth on Earth. Earth is the earth you walk on. Earth is what comes from this, what starts on this earth. Building a home starts on this. So homes are not in danger of going, no. It's just they've taken out one of the markets and that's it, nothing more. It does not mean that you've got to buy a house right now or sell your house right now before the crash. It's bull. It's BS. It's like that. And the other is, I remember I was helping out one of my clients, Dean, and he was looking at a house. So I went to take a reading, and the agent there, if you're watching, Dean, the agent there said to him, you know, we're following the American market and And I said, actually, that's not true. I said, the American market, every country follows its leader's destiny. So if the leader is in bad luck, you know, early in the year, the workshop, I showed you the 2 leaders that were going to come out on top this year. So you guys remember that? Yeah. Maybe I'll do a post on that. Anyway, that's what happens. So we were not following. And then that night on TV, and this is, you know, one of those, that night on TV, Dean heard, because I don't have a TV, he said, oh, you're not going to believe what's on TV. It actually said, we are not following the American market. So we're not going to have that crash. And we didn't. This was a few years ago. So there you go. Okay. Hopefully that's helped you. And hopefully you will call one of us. And fingers crossed, you get disgusting money when you sell your house. Good night.